Hey guys, good evening. So I decided I had a little idea, I guess, and I was like, wouldn't it be fun to have like a little slumber party of sorts and talk about the items that I'm like dreaming about, right? So I know that we did a vintage one recently. This is going to be a little bit different. This is more like new stuff, I guess. This none of the I don't and nothing on here is actually vintage. I'm sure I could find some of it used, but none of it is vintage. So anyway, I figured like let's talk. I'm ready for bed. So I figured like I don't know, I've been in like this like I don't know. This I had like some inspiration. Maybe like my nails are like clouds and I'm getting ready for bed, so it's like my dream list before I go to sleep and whatever. So that was my idea. So anyway, here we are and let's talk about it. I I put a list together and I was actually kind of surprised with myself. I'll do my intro in a second. I was kind of surprised at myself because I didn't actually like when I was really thinking about it, I was like, what is really on my dream list? Like what if I had all the money in the world, like what exactly would I buy? And the truth is that I think I like the things that I like, and even if I had an unlimited budget, I don't know if the things that I like would necessarily change. Like I was like just racking my brain trying to figure out like, well, Bram, like if money was no issue, literally you could get anything, like what would you buy? And honestly, it's the same as what I would kind of buy now. My real dream in life, of course, because I was going to put like, okay, my dream car on here, my dream house. I don't know. Like, but the truth is that none of that is really like, yeah, listen, if I at some point in life could get myself a Bentley pale blue convertible, like I will. But like I'm not like going crazy over it. The truth is that my dream in general is to never worry about money, that my kids never have to worry about money, that everybody can pay their bills, everybody is fed, that we have enough to give to other people who need it, that I have enough to help people that need it, whether they're in my life or just like charity in general. And living a life where I don't have to, living a life where I don't have to budget would be nice, but just living a life where we all have enough and I don't have to worry about any of like the necessities. That is really the dream, right? And but beyond that, because this obviously is a fashion channel and we talk about fashion and shopping and all of those things, beyond that, this is the list that I have come up with of the top things on my list if I didn't have a budget, and they really aren't even that extravagant. So let's talk about it. Let me do my intro now. Okay. Hello, guys. If you are new here, my name is Bram. I talk about all things fashion, luxury, lifestyle, shopping, and travel. So if those are things that are interesting to you, I would love it if you would hit subscribe, become a member of my growing YouTube family. I am doing a giveaway. All of the information is in the description. I am trying to get to 3,000. We are so close. So obviously, if you have come back more than once, if you have watched me a few times and you have not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. It would help me out immensely. And yeah, and it would get us closer, obviously, to the giveaway because we are giving away 3 Labubus at 3, maybe more. I did say that. I said I had a few possibly coming, and there might be at more. So whatever. But the minimum that's being given away is 3. There will be 3 winners, if not more, once I hit 3,000 subscribers. So other than that, hit the notification bell so that you are notified when I upload videos, which is typically Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, although sometimes subject to change. You never know. And other than that, when you when you feel so inclined during this video, I would love a thumbs up. It helps immensely. Okay, so let's get into it, guys. All right. So I was going through like jewelry first. So my dream items, and a lot of them are actually like I don't know, they're not even like that far out of reach, to be honest. But just there are things that like I don't spend like, I try to be conscious about what I spend, and when I have money to put towards bag or whatever at this point in life, I try to, I put it kind of like in a list, like what is the most important, what is the bag that I want the most, et cetera, et cetera. So some things that are on this list, I feel like they're not I- they're they're not really out of reach per se, but they're just not top of the list. So what would be my dream basically would be obviously to shop with no budget. If we're talking about dreams in terms of shopping and buying things, my dream would obviously be to just, be able to just get whatever I want whenever I want it, not have to budget, not have to wait for not have to space out purchases, et cetera, right? So, but I do, and so that's where this like dream list comes comes in, I guess, right? Okay, so first thing I put down is earrings. So, what would be my dream earrings? My dream earring, honestly, I actually have it in the mini version. So, I was thinking like my first holes, I don't know. I have like all of this stuff going on my ears, and I already have like I think a few pairs of like nice earrings that I wear, but I also don't really wear earrings every single day. Like when I film, I wear earrings, but like my first hold, I take them out to go to sleep. I take them out when I get in the house. I don't really wear them all the time. So it's like I don't know, they're kind of like whatever. But my one earring that I absolutely would love to add once I have an extra 2,000 to spend that is not allotted somewhere else would be the jumbo or the large version of this earring. So this earring, if you guys can see it, is a it's Anita Ko pave um, safety pin earring, and I have it in the white gold, and I absolutely love it. I've literally been wearing it for years. I don't even know how many years at this point. 4 years, 3 years. I'm not sure. I rarely take it out. I rarely put anything else in that hole. I like the difference in when I wear studs here, but this one's a little bit longer. Like I like the change in length or whatever, right? It adds a little something. But this is the mini version, and I got it honestly because it was cheaper. That's why I got it. I should have just waited and purchased the larger version. Honestly, the larger one is like this, I would say. And it's the same exact thing, but it's larger, and I just like how it's longer, and I would still put it in the third hole. And yeah, so I would probably I don't know if I would get it in the white gold or in the yellow gold. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I would do the yellow gold just because I already have a white gold, but that would definitely be first on my list if I could just buy whatever I wanted. I would definitely add that. That's one that is like on the forever list, I guess. I have like lists in my phone of things that I want, and I'm like again, whenever it's time to like buy something, I kind of decide what is the most important thing to add, what is not, and I kind of go from there. So that's kind of on this like other list that I keep that's just like okay, like at some point I will add these things, just not today. All right, so that is the earring. The next thing I'm obviously going to throw up pictures as we go. Sorry about the lighting too. I have the TV on in front of me because Carol is actually mesmerized by the TV and it's keeping her calm. And I have like a light over here. So, but I figured like this is like nighttime vibes. You know what I mean? I don't know if I think this is like kind of no, it's fine. It's just the angle that we're at. I was like, that kind of looks like it's not straight, but it's not straight behind me, but it is straight. It is actually straight. Yeah, it is actually straight. Okay, anyway, let's keep going. The next thing I would say is, all right, I put down like necklaces. So what would be my dream necklace? Honestly, it's not even that exciting. So I feel like my jewelry choices are not as like funky, I guess, as my bag choices typically. I tend to stick with either regular, like simple diamonds, or I mean, obviously, I have some fun stuff. You guys have seen if you've been here before, like I have some fun rings and I have like some fun things. But for the most part, I kind of like the classics, like I would just add to my stack, and I would keep it in kind of like the same family, I guess. Because if I'm going to spend that much money on jewelry, honestly, I lean towards either Cartier or Van Cleef, or if I'm going to like branch out a little bit, I would love to branch out into Bulgari at some point. But for now, my necklace that is on my list as like my dream necklace, again, not out of reach, but just something that's like not top of the list, right? Would be a Van Cleef 10 motif in the pave diamonds. That is, I would absolutely love that. I have the alternating bracelet, and I have a pair of, well, actually, yeah, I have the single motif in the pave, and I also have like earrings to match that are not pave, but they're just like the guilloche, which matches the bracelet. And I would do something that also matches. The pave would be my dream. Honestly, first on my list, most likely will be something like the I don't know, do you say agate or agat? I'm not sure how to say it, but it would be like the blue stones. I think I think so. But dream, obviously, because it is more expensive, of course, would definitely be the 10 motif pave Alhambra necklace. I love that necklace. And yeah, I actually never tried on the 10 motif. I definitely should pop in there at some point. But yes, the dream one would definitely be the pave, and but the more realistic one will probably be the blue stones. And I would do blue, honestly, because I really love the green, but I know how hard they are to, like, they're very, very fragile. I would I believe that the blue is higher up on like that hard Mohs. Is it like the Mohs hardness scale or whatever? I know that the blue is up there. And actually, the carnelian or the red is also very sturdy. So one of those probably first, and then pave down the line. I don't know, but that's on my list. That's on my list. Okay. That was a tangent. Next one would be a bracelet. So the first bracelet on my list, like dream item, would be the pave Cartier love bracelet, but in the white gold pave with the, I believe it's 12 diamonds, if I'm not mistaken. Either 12 or 10. I don't remember. I'd have to count. I think it's 12. Anyway, I would do the white gold in the pave with the 12 diamonds. That would be number one on the list. I would absolutely love to add that at some point. That's like a dream bracelet for me. It's always been a dream bracelet for me. And yeah, I'm like, one day, hopefully sooner rather than later. And to be honest, like that would be the first jewelry item I feel like on my list. I love bracelets. So the more the merrier. I'm always wanting to add to the stack, right? Okay, next one. Wait. I actually put down two bracelets because I feel like it's a close tie. I'd have to go in and try both on with my current stack and kind of see what I feel like goes the best. While I love that one, I also absolutely love the white gold pave Justin Clue bracelet. Oh God. So I don't know if I would do, like, I see some people with like two Justin Clues or whatever, or would I put it on like this? I really don't know, but it's absolutely stunning. I love it. Like, it's so gorgeous. I see people with it all the time. I really wouldn't do like the double, I don't know, like, the one that goes around twice. I would want to do just the single. But yeah, I'm like, that bracelet is so stunning. I just wonder if, because the pave part also goes like all the way around, if it would rub on your skin and be annoying, because I have the ring, and I would say that the under part of the ring I don't know if you guys can see, but I always have this little like dry patch from where the pave on the ring rubs on my finger. So I'm wondering how comfortable, because I don't take my jewelry off. So it wouldn't be something where the more you use the opening mechanisms on these jewelry pieces, the less tight they get, the less secure. So you're like, they tell you that you should honestly like not remove it all the time. So I honestly, I sleep with them, I everything. And so I know that if I was to get the pave just in glue, I would keep it on all the time. And I just wonder if it would be like rough on my skin. So it would definitely be something that I would have to like try on and decide. But those two are top of the top of the top of the dream wish list, like over the bags, over everything else that I'm going to talk about. Those two bracelets are like top spot. All right. Now, I was thinking about bags, right? Because the next one, now we're going to get off of jewelry. I honestly don't have any dream rings. I feel like I have like my most important ring, and it's beautiful and I love it. And I don't, I think because it's so hot here, there's no other rings that I really wear like on a daily basis. This is what I wear. And then sometimes I'll add like another ring to this hand or whatever. But I remember like way back in the day when I was in high school, I used to have a ring for every finger. And while I think that's cute, now it annoys me. And because it gets so hot here, my fingers will swell and they get uncomfortable. Like these don't get uncomfortable because I'm so used to them and they're like slim and little. But anything that's chunkier than that, like I have the matching Van Cleef ring that I wear here or here sometimes, depending on how swollen my fingers are. And like I find it just like suffocating sometimes. So the minute that I get home, I take it off. Like I just don't wear it all the time because of that reason. So I don't have any other, there's no other rings on my list. So the bag, I was really thinking about the bag, and I feel like I've done quite a few. I was gonna say so many, but I've done quite a few of these like dream vintage wish list videos. So I feel like you guys are fully aware of the bags that I would get, like if money was no object. We know like the Chanel 2014, I think it was 14 or 13. I always mess that up. The messenger bag is like top of my list. You know that backpack is top of my list from 2014. Like there are a few obviously that if money was no issue, I would add back in a heartbeat, or I would add in a heartbeat. But I was thinking like, okay, well, let's not talk vintage. Let's talk like if money was no object and I could, even if I would probably have to buy it on the secondhand market because I wouldn't be offered it. But what bag would I add if like I could have any bag anywhere in the whole world? And I think honestly, just for the collectability of it, I would have to say, and because it would bring something to my collection that my collection doesn't have, I would have to say, because because quite honestly, sorry, if money was no object, I would literally get all of the vintage things that are on my wish list, and I would be very, very happy, right? But if we're talking about like one item, one dream bag item, and I say dream because I doubt this one is going to happen. You never know, right? Um, but I would say, I'll put a picture up, obviously. I would say it would be, and I forgive me because I really am not like, I like Hermes. I do. I have like a bunch of things from there, but I'm not like an Hermes like fanatic, and I don't know all the colors and I don't know the leathers. I'm just not into it like that. Like there are some things that come out that I'm like, oh, I really like that, but it's not really my thing. However, for a dream bag, if again, money was no issue, I would probably do a mint green. Again, don't know what color it is. I'll put it here because I know it in my mind, and I'm going to put a picture up for you guys. It would be a mint green with palladium hardware, um, croc, like a matte croc Birkin 30. That would be, I've seen it before. I'm going to find a picture. It's absolutely stunning. I feel like it is just something like very, very different. It's a little bit, I feel like it's a little bit buttoned up for my collection, just because my collection is, I think, a lot of it is vintage, a lot of it is like slouchier and like way more casual. But I think it would add something to the collection, and obviously being mint green and croc and matte on top of it, it would definitely be something that um something that I don't have, but it would still be like a lot of fun and like different. So it's not just like your regular Birkin and, in like a basic color. And sorry, I don't mean to offend anybody. I have a regular Birkin in a basic color. So I'm like, we're on the same page. I think that like those are good things to have, because there are days when I look at my collection and I'm like, what am I going to wear? Because I don't want to wear something so like loud and obnoxious or like fun or whatever. Like I'm just in like a plain mood, because I guess even honestly, a Birkin doesn't really fit into like a plain mood, right? Anyway, I have something coming for that later though, and that'll be in one of my next videos. But that being said, like there are days that I want something like a little bit more simple, like if my outfit is a little bit crazy, or if I'm going somewhere where I feel like I just want to kind of be a little bit more under the radar or whatever. I do think like a plain Birkin in like a regular color has its place. Of course, it's a classic. We know that, right? I'm just not the biggest Birkin or Kelly girl. But like I said, that Birkin and the matte crocodile, oh my God, it's incredible. I think you guys will agree with me once you see the picture, right? Okay, two more things, guys. Um, the next thing is shoes. So, this was a hard one because I honestly wear flip flops and Crocs, but I have like so many ridiculous pairs of shoes already. So, I was really thinking about this. Now, obviously, my list is a dream list, and it is not necessarily realistic. So we're not talking about. I'm trying to like tell myself, okay, this is not like something that I am 100% have to wear. You know what I'm saying? Like this is just like my dream list, right? So it's not something that like I have to get a lot of use out of or whatever. So the the item that I would choose for the shoes would be, and I haven't seen these in person. I actually was looking for them. I want to say I saw this picture last year, maybe last year at some point. I couldn't even tell you the month. These months blend together. Life is going by so fast, right? So I want to say it was last year at some point, and I saw a picture and I asked every Chanel essay or like shoe, like Nordstrom shoe, like every place that I could find, that I could like speak to somebody, like I knew somebody, I sent them this picture. Nobody could find it. I talked to a personal shopper. They found it, but honestly, it was $3,500. And for a pair of boots, it is just not something that I'm willing to spend. And that's why this is on the dream list, because I absolutely love them. Who knows if they will ever pop up in my size on the secondhand market or whatever, ever, or if Chanel will come out with a pair just like it or whatever. But at the moment, it doesn't make sense for me to spend that type of money on a shoe that I will literally wear maybe one time a year. But they're fabulous. And I think you guys will agree. They are these incredible charm. I don't even know what to call them. They are these Chanel charm boots. Now, I've seen other people. I know, like, if anybody follows HRH Collection, I believe she got a pair of the sandals, like the heels in from this collection. I believe that there's a pair of flip-flops in this collection as well, which are beautiful, but I didn't even want to go down that route because honestly, Chanel shoes are getting so freaking expensive that I'm just not willing again to spend money on shoes. We already talked about this, guys, right? That I just don't think it's worth it for me anymore because of the amount that I have and just the amount that I don't wear them, that it doesn't make any sense for me to spend any type of money on designer shoes if they're not like secondhand and like a really good price. So, but on this dream list, these shoes would absolutely be on this dream list. I mean, I was like drooling over them when I first saw them. I think they're so incredible. I love a good combat boot. Like you have no idea if I mean, I love a combat boot. However, being that I live here, I live in Miami. I don't have a chance to ever wear them unless I take them to New York. But honestly, like my feet are so used to being in Crocs and stuff that even when I go to New York, a lot of times what I bring with me is my Princetown mules with the fur inside because they'll keep me warm, but I don't need to wear socks because I don't like socks anymore. I never really liked socks, but I don't like socks anymore. And I honestly don't like closed toe shoes. Like I don't like completely closed shoes, I should say, because those are closed toe, but I don't like closed. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. I'm rambling, but those Chanel boots are incredible, like incredible. Oh my God, I love them so much. And then the last thing is kind of like this random thing that I was like, okay, I wanted to talk about like clothing with you guys, like what would be my dream clothing item. But I'll be honest, the truth is that I don't dream about clothing like that. I just don't like, I don't know. I think because my whole life I have like fluctuated in weight. I never wanted to spend a lot of money on clothing because I don't know, okay, like I fit into it now, but a few big meals from now I probably won't, or I've always been on like a losing weight kick. Like that's not, yeah, it just doesn't make any sense for me to spend a lot of money on clothing. And while I have some nice pieces, and I've gotten like I've bought random things here and there that are nice pieces of clothing. Like if it comes up, it comes up. If it's in like on sale or whatever, but like I would never buy myself like multi thousands of dollars worth of like just like one item or whatever. I would never spend thousands of dollars on a clothing item. Like for example, I love Chanel ready to wear, but I have never purchased anything Chanel ready to wear. And I probably wouldn't until I am like, unless I get to the point where I am 100% at a weight and not really fluctuating. But because I fluctuate so much, I don't know if that would ever happen. That's a dream, like to get to that point, but I don't know if that'll ever happen for me. So that being said, I was like, well, what kind of clothing can I talk about with you guys? Well, I know I said I wasn't going to talk about that anymore, but I had a lot of you say, no, talk about it. We like the jackets. I will show you the Tony Alamo jacket that I absolutely am in love with. You guys may agree or disagree. At this point, I have now collected 4. I will show you guys in another video or on Instagram or something because I have some good ones. But the one that is high on my list that I have not found at a really good price yet. So that's why I say it's my dream one because I'm still looking for a really good price on it, is this Barbie Beverly Hills version of this jacket. I love it. I think it is so much fun. I don't have a Barbie one yet. I have 2 New Yorks. I have like a police one from Arizona, and I have a Hawaii one. So I have a lot to get to fill up my collection, but I don't have a Barbie one yet, and I absolutely love this Barbie one. So that would be the clothing item that I would choose in my dream jacket clothing item portion of this list. And that's it, guys. Yeah, that's all I got for you. So if you have made it this far, I truly appreciate you. I didn't realize that this video was going to be a half an hour long, so I apologize. I tried to make it short, but I guess I just kept blabbing, right? Anyway, thank you for watching. If you've made it this far, I truly appreciate you. Again, check out the giveaway that is in the description so that you can see, whatever, what I'm giving away, what the rules are, all of that stuff. It's all listed in the description. And if you have not already subscribed, please subscribe. Other than that, guys, that's all I got for you. I appreciate you so much. And I am going to leave another video right over here in case you haven't already seen it and you would like to. All right, guys, good night. Have a good sleep. And I will see you guys in the next one.